I'm Sharon Wilharm of Faithflix Films here at NRB Convention, and I'm excited to have with me Shari Rigby, a familiar face from October Baby. So tell us about your role in that and how you got involved.
Well, October Baby was such an incredible experience for me. John and Andy, I had actually worked with them on a music video for the Casting Crowns. It was called Slow Fade, and it was for a movie called Fireproof, if anybody's familiar with Fireproof. And that was really our first introduction to one another. And the next thing I knew, a couple years had gone by actually, and John called me and said, hey, we're doing our first feature, and we really would just love for you to read the script. And if you read it and you love this character, we want to just offer it to you. And I thought, wow, this is really incredible. And so I think, you know, October Baby is one of the movies that nobody really knew what they were getting into when they went to see the film. And so, and I was the same way as I was reading the script. And the moment I started reading this story, I just thought, this is incredible. And you know, the Hannah story, and that was just very moving to me and very personal. And then all of a sudden it came to you know, the story of Cindy Hastings, my character, and I thought, well, okay, God, you've actually written the script for me, and so that was my beginning of October Baby.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing how God works.
He does. You know, when I look back at that, I think, you know, I was sitting in my French room knowing that God had been calling me to this place in the industry and acting, and that he had actually been preparing this particular script for me for 20 years. You know, and we're such a society that we don't have that patience, you know, and I always say that if Sarah could wait 100 years for a baby, I waited 20 for a movie script, you know, and he's done incredible things with it, much bigger than I could have ever imagined. So
wow. So now tell us what you're doing now. You're involved in a new pilot.
I am. I'm involved in a new pilot called The Summers Sisters, and it's really great. It's actually a lot of the cast members from October Baby.
Oh wow.
And it's going out to several networks for pitching, and yeah, we're really excited about it. It's a kind of a parenthood meets Modern Family, but it's these incredible sisters, all with different personalities, and they all come together and have to live under one roof with their families. And it's a pretty fun story.
Sounds great. And now finally tell us about your ministry that you have in Hollywood.
Well, that's probably one of my dearest things, is that when I moved to Los Angeles in probably, I would say about a year's time, God had just really laid it on my heart to start a ministry for women, and it went from 2 women just doing praise and prayer to 25, and it's called The Women in My World. And I now mentor, I have women in my group from the ages of 18 to 60.
Oh wow.
And they're incredible. I have inspiring actresses and writers, I have moms, I have nurses, you name it, but they have been transplanted and put in Los Angeles. And it's really just about coming together as women, keeping our eyes on Christ and knowing who we are in Him. And I'm just so excited to see how He's growing it. I hope that it eventually will spread to truly the women in my world and what that looks like, that we can all be inspired by the women in our world and our surroundings. So
how exciting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I am Sharon Wilharm, Faithflix Films, and we hope that you've enjoyed and will learn more about Shari Rigby.